Hey everyone, I just reached my goal that I've been working on for the past year, which is to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. So if you're planning on summiting and you want to look at your packing list, I'm going to give you 3 different packing lists. One of things that I wish I didn't bring, second, things I'm really glad I brought, and third, things I wish I brought. For the first list of things that I didn't need, I'm generally not an overpacker, so this is a short list, but I did bring with me 3 different power banks. I was really concerned that my phone was going to die because of the cold. It was going to drain the battery and also drain the power in the power banks. This was the only phone bank that I needed for the whole trip. It kept my phone charged, and I did keep my phone on my person, so it was warm most of the time, and at night I kept both this and my cell phone wrapped in clothing. So leave these extra phone banks at home because they are really heavy and you do not need extra weight when you're hiking Kilimanjaro. Second thing I didn't need was this camp pillow because the company provided a really nice pillow for us. Onto the second list of things I'm glad I packed. You know I do a ton of research and I talked a lot with my friends about this packing list, so it's pretty solid. I want to mention that this is a packing list that's outside of the essentials like your boots and your poles, etc. The first one is wipes for your face and your body. I use the Clean Freak. I really like these ones, washcloths. Our company did provide basins with warm water, and these washcloths are really great. They're really thick, and they're also biodegradable. At higher elevation, water is a little bit more scarce, so there was one time where we didn't have washy-washy, and it was really great to have these wipes. The sun is super strong at high elevation, so you're going to want to make sure you have some sort of sun lotion or sun stick in a convenient size that you can stash in your pocket for a reapplication. I'm really glad I brought this cuticle oil or any kind of hand cream. Between all of the hand sanitizers and the cold, my nails and my hands were a wreck. There's now a new ban on single-use plastic bags, but I did bring this doggy bag, which I thought was really convenient. So you can use these small, thin bags. Me and my tent mate put these in the front of our tent just to keep things tidy, and this is a biodegradable bag as well. Second doggy item that came in handy were these silicone dog bowls. And you can punch these out. They're very compact and easy to carry. But what I would do is when they would give us the warm wash bowl, I would just scoop out separate water, and then I would have a clean set of water here to either wash my face or brush my teeth with after I was done cleaning up with the large basin. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I love packing cubes to keep myself organized, and I really needed this, especially when you're given one big duffel to organize all your stuff. So I would have multiple packing cubes for socks and underwear, and then I would separately put a stash of camp clothes. So after hiking for the day and washing up, a separate pair of camp clothes, and then also separately is the summit night clothes. So they do tell you you want to make sure that you have clean, dry socks for summit, and also the whole set of like heavier clothes because summit night is going to be the coldest night. I also brought with me this giant laundry bag, and it seems very big. It squishes up small though. This was where I put all of my clothes that I definitely could not wear again. Definitely bring earplugs if you're a light sleeper. I was so tired, I didn't really have that problem, but you will definitely hear people around the tents talking, singing, laughing, snoring. If you're using a bladder system, you should definitely get a cover for your bite valve if you don't already have one. This was really helpful in keeping it clean, especially when you're taking your pack on and off and throwing it on the ground. For the list of things I wish I packed, most of it has to do with clothes because you'll be going through 5 different kind of ecosystems on your way up to Kilimanjaro. And my mind was just focused on the cold parts, and I didn't bring enough clothes for the hot parts in the first couple of days. So I wish I had brought at least 3 or 4 more t-shirts, lightweight, like 125 merino wool, and another sun jacket. I only brought one with me, and I run hot, so I wore that thing many days. It was very dirty and sweaty by the time the trip was over. Bring a good set of camp shoes. The ones that I bought for this trip, the soles were way too thin. The campgrounds are pretty rocky, so you want something solid that's going to protect your foot, but at the same time, a slip-on design is going to be easy, especially when you have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, which you're going to have to do if you're on Diamox. I was having really bad allergies to the dust, which is mostly on day 1, and so I needed tissues. I ended up using toilet paper. So bring any kind of allergy medication, whether it's allergy tablets or nasal sprays, and also for nausea, whether it's related to Diamox side effects or for the altitude, I would highly recommend bringing Zofran for nausea. For summit night, I was afraid to use my bladder system because they said the hose was going to freeze, and they did offer to reinforce those hoses with t-shirts and wrap them up, but I was still afraid it was going to freeze. So I did bring 2 hydro flasks. What they do suggest is that you wrap your hydro flask in a sock and then you store it upside down in your bag, because the water usually freezes from the top up, and then you turn it upside down and shake it, and then you can drink from it. Just make sure you bring a hydro flask that doesn't have a straw. I did bring a straw. I just took the straw out. I was like, I'm just going to use it for storing the water. But in the end, I think only I drank like a half a liter of water. It was very, very cold. I don't think I totally was aware of like how little water I drank. And I also didn't want to have to go to the bathroom because I was wearing like 4 layers of clothes on the bottom. And this final tip I think is the most important, is to bring an electrolyte system that you can drink when you're nauseous. So I don't usually do powdered electrolytes, and I bought this for the trip. I did try it ahead of time. I was like, I don't love the flavor, but like whatever, I'll get through it. Listen, when you're nauseous, you have to be drinking your electrolytes. And I think subconsciously I just was not drinking enough electrolytes because I just couldn't stand the taste. So find one that you can drink, because I do think by the time summit night came around, I was kind of electrolyte depleted, which wasn't a good way to start off the summit. If you learned something new, give me a like. And if you want to learn more about my experience for Kilimanjaro, follow and subscribe to my channel.